January 2026, the slowest selling cars in the United States of America from your friends at CarEdge. At the number 10 spot, Pops, we have the Ford Mustang. This is the 10th slowest selling car in the United States of America right now, a 195 days supply. There are over 19,000 Ford Mustangs for sale nationwide, yet Ford dealers have only sold 4,400 in the last 45 days, with an average transaction price of about $48,391. Now, that's number 10, Dad. Can you explain what 195 days supply means and why it's our 10th slowest selling car in the United States of America?
Yes, the market day supply is a measurement of how quickly vehicles are selling on a daily basis. So, based on the current sales pace for Mustangs, that 19,157 vehicle inventory, based on today's current sales pace, would only take 195 days for Ford dealers to sell every last one of those Mustangs if they weren't to get another one in stock between now and then.
Yes, exactly. So the higher this number, the slower the vehicle is selling. Now, the industry, automotive industry in general, wants this number to be 50, 60, 70 days. And go watch our other video, the fastest selling cars, and you'll see that number is as low as 20 days. Now, at the number 9 spot, we have here, Dad, our first EV, the Porsche Taycan, with a 199 days supply of inventory. Now, Porsche dealers nationwide only have 858 new Taycans for sale, yet in the last 45 days, they've only sold 194. Maybe this has something to do with the $150,000 price point for a brand new Porsche Taycan. I think those used ones are depreciating rapidly and probably are a better value.
Maybe it has something to do with the fact that this vehicle was never a popular vehicle as an EV, and it is even less so today.
Absolutely. Now, Dad, we have a Jeep product on our slowest selling cars list. And if you've been watching these videos month over month, you know Jeeps unfortunately show up fairly often. The Compass coming in at the number 8 spot, a 203 days supply for the Jeep Compass. Now, look at this, Dad. Jeep dealers nationwide have over 27,000 Jeep Compass for sale right now. Yet they've only sold 6,063 in the last 45 days. Relatively attractive price point of $32,392, but that's not low enough to get these vehicles moving off the lot.
No, that price point might be a good price point for a quality Jeep, but the Compass is not necessarily considered that. And I believe that is why they're having such great difficulty in moving them.
Now, any of these slowest selling vehicles, these are great targets for our CarEdge car buying service. Every single month, we help thousands of customers actually go through the process of locating, negotiating, and getting them the best deal on vehicles. If you're interested in any of these slowest sellers or any vehicle in general, learn more about our car buying service back at caredge.com. Now, at the number 7 spot, we're bouncing back to a luxury vehicle, the BMW 8 Series. This is the big sedan from BMW, a 203 days supply here as well. Now, look at these numbers, drastically different. BMW dealers have about 1,900 brand new 8 Series BMWs for sale right now, yet they've only sold 421 in the last 45 days. Price point, folks, $112,000. And then we'll go one more here, and then we'll do our top 5 slowest sellers from the month of January 2026. Number 6 on the list, however, is the Buick Envision with a 217 days supply, 8,352 for sale at Buick dealers nationwide, 1,735 have sold in the last 45 days, and a $40,000 price point. So right off the bat here, Dad, we're bouncing back and forth between more affordable vehicles and very expensive vehicles. It's kind of a wacky list here thus far for the slowest sellers for the month of January.
I would agree, and apparently the vision is that big 8 Series BMWs don't sell, but they do depreciate faster than most gas vehicles. And well, the Envision, nobody seems to, envision having one of those. And it's a little bit surprising to my mind.
Now, it's worth mentioning you can see the slowest and fastest selling vehicles in your neighborhood. Just go to caredge.com/slowest or caredge.com/fastest. We'll put those links in the top of the description. And you can literally see in your state or in your city what the fastest and slowest new and used cars are in your area. Today's list, obviously, we're just covering new vehicles. Now, let's do our top 5 slowest sellers for the United States of America for January 2026. And there is a theme here. One brand, or one manufacturer, I should say, owns a lot of these spots. At the number 5 spot, however, the Alfa Romeo Stelvio with a 217 days supply. That means it would take Alfa Romeo dealers 217 days to sell the 887 Stelvios they have in inventory right now, with about a $55,000 average transaction price. Now, at number 4 is another Alfa Romeo, the Giulia, the sedan, with a 241 days supply. There are 621 for sale, yet only 116 have sold in the last 45 days, and a similar price point around $55,000. So you've got back-to-back alphas here, Dad, to start off your top 5 slowest sellers.
Yeah, I would hate to be an Alfa Romeo dealer at the moment, knowing that I'm sitting on two of the slowest selling vehicles in the country, and then thinking to myself, well, what are we going to sell?
Now, Dad, at the number 3 spot, we have the Jaguar F-Pace. Jaguar has a 292 days supply of the F-Pace. Dealers nationwide have 2,148 for sale, yet they've only sold a measly 331 in the past 45 days. $70,000 price point might be part of the reason why Jaguar is struggling to sell the F-Pace.
Yes, the question remains, will Jaguar even be a viable automobile company? Say 2026, 2027. They basically took 2025 off. Let's see if that was a big mistake or not.
Number 2 spot, we're going back to the Stellantis brand. Stellantis owns Alfa Romeo. Well, they also own Maserati. And the Grecale has been on this list for many months now. We're over a 302 days supply of the Grecale. Now, Maserati dealers nationwide have 638 of these brand new for sale right now. Yet in the last 45 days, they've sold 95. Less than 100 have sold in the last 45 days nationwide. $85,000 price point is not helping there, but let that sink in here. Dealers have 638 of them sitting. 95 have sold in the last 45 days. It would take them almost a year, 302 days to sell out of those 638 remaining. This is your second slowest selling car in the United States right now.
Yeah, the real question is, are there 638 Americans that are willing to help Maserati out and take those vehicles off their hands? I'm not sure.
So Stellantis owns 3 out of the top 5 spots here. They do not own the number 1. That honor goes to the Volkswagen Group with the ID.4. So we have 2 EVs on this list. And obviously, the number 1 slowest seller is an electric vehicle with the ID.4. We have taken a step function increase here in days supply, Dad. We are up to a 527 days supply of inventory for the Volkswagen ID.4. Dealers nationwide for Volkswagen have 1,500 of these for sale right now. Yet in the last 45 days, they've only sold 128. We know that electric vehicles were selling like crazy back in September because tax credits in 2025 went away in October. Dad, it seems like the ID.4 is a boat anchor. It is not moving anywhere.
Well, it's an electric boat anchor, so I suppose that's a good thing. The really funny thing is during the third quarter, the ID.4 was one of Volkswagen's best-selling vehicles. And then as soon as the federal tax credits went away, well, so did the customers.
Now, the ID.4, Dad, has been the back-to-back slowest seller month over month. So obviously, Volkswagen's in some trouble here. And I think it's worth mentioning, Dad, all the vehicles on this list, these are the vehicles where manufacturers and dealers feel the pressure and the desperation to sell because the longer inventory sits, the less valuable it becomes. So it's a good list here. And obviously, this is why you should check the list in your local area as well. These are the vehicles where there's the most desperation and, quite frankly, the most negotiability, wouldn't you say?
Yes, I would say when looking at this list, as a customer, you have the greatest amount of leverage when it comes to getting a good deal, if such a thing even exists for these vehicles. But if you are interested in any of these, you should be able to save a ton of money because of the enormity of the day supply of many of these.